Well, hello, strangers. This is our first time back in quite a while. We had some, different issues going on, including breaking my knee and stuff like that. But let me just say, you are with a chat with Castles, Capes, and Clones. And I'm here with my cousin Rich, as always. How are you doing, Rich?
I'm doing good. But to say we haven't done this for like at
For a
least a
while.
month, and
I
we were
know.
I totally forgot how to do this.
Yeah. This is going to probably be our new day on Tuesdays because then we're able to do it a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And I see that Seth is with us and
Hello.
Karen and Andy from Disney Inside Andy, Ben and Danielle from Melic Adventures. Hey, all. Thank you so much for joining us. We're really excited to be back. And yeah, like I said, I think most of you in the audience know I broke my knee. So, wah, wah. And that I was just telling Rich that I'm going to have to bow out of our Aulani trip because I can't do it with the knee. And I'll just be
Yeah.
hobbling around. I won't be able to go on any excursions or in the water. So it's just, um, so yeah, I just made a decision not to do it. Um,
It's a
but I
bummer.
will be going to D23 in a couple weeks. Yay!
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I'm so rusty at this right now. Yeah, it's a bummer. We've been. We do this family vacation every 2 years.
Yeah.
For you,
Yeah.
it's been a while because every time there's something.
I know. Every time we go or we have the trip arranged, I can't go for some reason. So anyway,
Yeah.
next time I'm definitely gonna do it because we've already paid off the our
Yeah.
DVC.
Yeah, we're part of the vacation
We
club,
just
and
have
it's
monthly fees, but that's it.
yeah.
So
But hopefully the next time we do this, it'll be Florida,
hmm
and by then, Epcot will be mostly done. There's a lot of stuff going on at
hopefully,
Epcot. I don't know how long it's gonna take for it all. The pandemic kind of delayed things and stuff, but yeah, we
yeah,
were hoping to. That's why we went. We didn't go this year to Florida. Well, one because we knew that there's a lot of construction stuff going on still,
hmm
and it's also the 10-year anniversary of my sister, where we went to the Alani the first time where they got married, and that was
yeah.
I can't believe that was 10 years ago.
I know. I can't believe it either. Your sister will always be like a little baby to me. So,
Yeah,
all right. Well, anyway, let's get into the show. I just wanted to just check in. Did you watch She Hulk?
me, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I'm up
Oh,
at I watch them at midnight our time.
yeah. Me too.
So
What did you think of it?
I liked it.
Oh,
No,
there's Pete. Pete. Pete.
hello.
You liked it?
Oh yeah. Like all the Marvel shows are different, right? And this hits
Yeah.
different. And I really liked um the tone. I haven't seen anything with Tatiana Maslany,
hmm
but like she's great as
Yeah. I found her
and
really charming.
uh,
I just thought that she was. It's worth it just to see her. I now I want to see that Orphan Black that everybody talks about.
yeah. I was just thinking about the same thing. I was like, I really liked her in She-Hulk. I mean, it's only been the one episode, but like, I want to see her in another series to see
Yeah.
what she's like. It's a very different show from what I hear. Like
Yes.
it's kind of heavy, but yeah, I really liked the chemistry between her and Mark Ruffalo. Um,
Yeah, I did too. I
yeah,
thought that they had a really good chemistry, and
yeah,
it was totally like like we didn't even question where has his cousin been or whatever, because we didn't need to know. But it just seemed like they had a lifetime of experience together, which I
Right.
thought was great.
Yeah. And we know a thing about that.
Mhm.
Being cousins.
Now I'm really excited to see more Jamila, who played Titania at the end.
Yeah.
I think that she was in the good place, and I loved her character on that show.
Yeah.
And so
I also need to watch that.
yeah, yeah. Yes, Danielle, I was so proud of you for watching Marvel movies today.
Ooh.
Yay! Um, what was I going to say? Yeah, I just wanted to just check in on the She-Hulk. I'm looking forward to seeing now that they kind of got the origin story out of the way. Now I'm looking forward to seeing the kind of cameos that are going to happen in the show, the clients she's going to take on, and we've seen Daredevil will be in it, and obviously Wong and Abomination. Those are the
Yeah.
three that we've definitely seen, but I feel like there's going to be more.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kevin Feige said there's going to be some surprises and stuff, and things like characters you might know from different things, but in this setting, it's a totally different vibe because it's a lawyer show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I thought everything was great. Like like when I first saw the first trailer or teaser, like the CG was still kind of iffy, but like I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
It really. I'm good with it. Like it doesn't distract me from anything.
No,
I mean,
no.
obviously, it's not like multi-million-dollar theatrical.
No, but I mean, for what it is,
for a TV show,
yeah,
it's fine. It's good.
it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looking forward to the rest of it.
Me too.
Yeah.
And we'll probably do a wrap-up show at the end.
Yeah, that seems to be probably the best thing for us, because if we did a weekly show about every episode of every Marvel and Star Wars show.
All right, let's go ahead and get into the news. So Disney, we'll start with Disney Parks, and it had been announced that Disneyland's new Magic Keys. It had been a big question mark about renewal, since a lot of people were renewing this month. I don't have to renew until next month. So so that gives me some time I'm still trying to figure out which key to do. But all of them have blackout dates now. This is going to be the first time in over 10 years that I will have blackout dates. And that makes me sad. But at the same time, I'm probably not going to go during those dates anyway. Like, you are different because you live so close to the park. Me, I probably wouldn't go around Christmas time anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're out of town, it's definitely it's more expensive to stay anywhere during that time.
Right.
But yeah, having like it's literally one exit away from me.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily go a lot during the holiday week.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I do, because holidays, sometimes I'm like, oh, I need to get so-and-so a gift. I need to run to downtown Disney to get something. And one of the big changes is you can't use your parking discount or your pass discount on anything if your membership is blacked out. So I can't go. Yeah, I can't even go park. I can't go to downtown Disney, get my discount on anything. So that's a new thing, I believe.
Yeah, that is definitely new, because like that's gonna be sad, because what if I choose a lower key, and then I decide to go, we're in Los Angeles for couple of days or whatever, and I don't have reservations to the park, but I want to go to downtown Disney, then I can't use my discount, which is really sad.
Yeah. That it's it's a major price increase for the top tier. I think it was like $200 increase.
Hmm.
Then they took away the 2 weeks in Christmas. But everything else, and then the whole you can't use it for discounts or whatever. I mean, they added back Photopass, which I still think that should have been anyway, at least for the top tiers. So that's at least back.
Yeah.
And we do get like something off Genie Plus, which Genie Plus for me
20%.
is like I don't like hate it, but I don't use it. Like it's not something I would go and use much unless I know I'm there for the whole day.
Right.
And my goal is to ride things.
Yeah, like I wouldn't get it unless I was with my sister and her family, where they want to ride a lot of stuff. I don't ride a lot of things, like my things are like the Enchanted Tiki Room and It's a Small World, and and Haunted Mansion. The ones that don't really have that big of a line, yes, Rise of the Resistance, but then I would have to buy that separately. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
What else is it?
Just look on chat here.
All keys get parking discounts. So
well, that's a change. That's only a big change for the lower tiers. I think the lower tier, the two bottom tiers, usually don't get any kind of discount.
Right.
Like so, I renewed, so I have the Inspire key, the new key, because I was calculating how much I actually go, and the price difference between the top tier and the next tier is like $500, and with that the tier below it, it's you got to pay 50% of parking. So parking right now is like $30. So
I wonder how much was it when I first started?
Yeah, I calculated like I would have to go at least 30 times to make that worth it.
Yeah.
And I went 10 times in the last month. So there's no point in me not getting the top tier because I would pay that $500 difference in parking.
In parking, yeah, exactly.
So I did that. My sister and brother-in-law and their family, my brother-in-law got the top tier, but then my sister and my niece will be getting the tier below that because they're going with my brother-in-law, so he'll have the discount and the parking, and they'll just deal with whatever blackout dates. Their blackout dates is the same, like Christmas, whatever, and then I think like spring break, a week during like spring break.
Yeah,
they're fine. They don't go as much as I do.
Right.
So, but yeah, it was a big discussion between me and my group of friends on what I think most of them are getting the Believe key, which is the second one down.
That's what I'm almost thinking of doing. The big hit will be the discount, really. Yeah. From 20% to 10%. That's a big, because I buy a lot of merch when I'm there. So it's like, especially pins. So that 20% to 10% is like, Anyway, before we go on, I just want to say hello to other people who have joined us. Beth from Villains and Vice is here. Yay! Chrissy and Joseph, yay! Thanks for joining us. Booge! And we did say hello to Pete. So,
Booge says your chair needs some WD-40.
Yeah. I agree, Beth, and probably Rich also agrees that probably wouldn't go during that time, but you hate being told that you can't go during that time. For sure. Yeah.
Because I've said that every single time. I'm like, I don't really go during that time, but I end up I usually end up one of those days being there just to shop.
Yeah.
So it's a bummer. I mean, luckily, I still, because we are DVC members, we do get the VAT discount.
Right.
So there's something. It's not as much, but it's something. But it's like one of those things where like I paid a lot for the top tier.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I be here? I'm like, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't even mind not going to the park, but like, why can't I use my discount? Like, I want to give you money, but I know I can get this item in a week cheaper, but I want to get it now, but I can't. So you're just delaying me buying stuff.
Right.
So I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. The one good thing is the Photopass. That's something that I often use.
Yeah.
Especially being alone. I just like to just get the Photopass, like have the Photopass version to it. So when I'm there alone, and so that'll be nice. But anyway, all right. Well, Disney World has changed the reservation systems. Now people can modify their reservations, which I don't know why. I don't understand why it works for one park, but one resort, but not another. So dates park.
Like we ran into this issue last weekend. Like we reserved for Disneyland. And my sister got a brunch reservation for the Lamplight, which is in DCA. Not thinking anything about it. And then we realized the day of, like, oh, we can't go to brunch because we can't go to DCA until 1:00. So, but there is absolutely no way for us to switch parks. Like, they won't let us. We can't. You have to cancel within 24 hours.
Oh, I see. I was going to say that, but like
as soon as that happened, the option to cancel wasn't there.
Yeah.
We talked to several cast members and a manager. They couldn't help us. There was no way in the system to switch our park reservation. And then when I got there, there's a super long line at the gate to go into Disneyland. No one is going into DCA. It's like we want to switch from the busier park to the less busy park, and there's absolutely no way to do that. Which I guess was similar in Disney World, except for I guess they just made the change or are making the change soon. There, you can modify that, so you can change parks, you can change whatever day of people going, blah 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 blah. Which I'm hoping moves to here at some point, because in 2022, there should be someone in the Disneyland Resort who can switch you from a busy park to a non-busy park.
Exactly. Exactly. It's so crazy. So anyway, that's that. All right. So the World Princess Week is August 21st through the 27th, and Raya will be joining the lineup. There's a lot of people who question it, but I mean, she is a princess. I think that there's a lot of princesses that are not part of the thing, like Princess Elanui from Black Cauldron. She's a princess. Princess Kida from Atlantis. She's a princess. So, yeah.
Princess Leia.
What?
Princess Leia.
Princess Leia. Yes, Princess Leia. So yeah. Oh yes, Chrissy and Joseph. No show is like getting your name on the blackboard.
I've never gotten one, but my friend did. He's like, oh my god, I got an email from Mickey.
Right. I know, that's why I have to be really careful when I go to D23, because I reserved I think on 3 different days.
Yeah.
To cancel if I don't use it.
So remember by 11:00.
Yeah. So Yeah, it's crazy. All right. So anyway, the parks and resorts are going to celebrate with dance parties and photo ops, food, and more. So that will be fun. I wish I could go during that time. If you get a chance to go,
I'm trying to see.
you
Like
know,
maybe
yeah.
that's already started.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, if
Uh,
you get a chance to go, like
yeah.
try to take some pictures
Like
or whatever.
so when we didn't have renewals yet,
Uh
and
huh.
literally those things came in like a week before my pass was going to expire. So a lot of us booked and reserved like a lot of days ahead. So
Hmm.
I literally went to Disneyland 4 days in a row.
Yeah.
So I'm taking a break. So
That's
I'm not going.
so funny.
And then I went, yeah. So I went like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and then
Yeah.
I went again on Saturday, last Saturday. So this week I'm not going. So I'm gonna miss all the Princess Week stuff. But like
Mhm.
Disney World has like a lot more things. Disneyland doesn't really have like the food wise. It's mostly in downtown Disney, which I'm like,
Yeah.
like as
We
I
know what
love
that is.
I love Disneyland churros, but I'm not a big fan of like the California churro cart. It's a different churro
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's like other stuff there, and I think there's maybe something around the hotels, but not a lot going on in the park itself.
Okay, so I'm not missing anything.
Yeah.
That's good.
And now that well, I guess my passes are my here's a fun fact about having technically two passes right now. I have a Dream Key and I have an Inspire Key. When I renewed, technically I could have made 11 reservations
Oh,
because
yeah.
the count is two very different things. So
Right.
because you get 6 per key,
Yeah.
but I didn't do it. But I found that kind of interesting that I was like, you have 5 reservations left on your Dream Key and 6 left on your Inspire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Laura and Ryan have joined us from Disney Pin Love. Disney Pin Love!
Hello.
Yay. All right, so moving to Disney Plus. Disney Plus Day is September 8th. I will be going to Disneyland in the afternoon because that's the day I arrive for D23. Yay! But if you're watching D23, D Plus, I don't know
Disney
what I'm
Plus.
talking about. Disney Plus, uh, Thor: Love and Thunder is going to premiere. Pinocchio, Cars on the Road, Growing Up, an epic adventure with Bertie Gregory. Those are all set to debut, and they're going to be having different events and activities at the park. And Disney Plus subscribers get into the parks 30 minutes early for all the festivities that are going to be going on there. I wish I could get there earlier, but unfortunately I cannot. I have dialysis that morning, so and then those staying at the hotels can get in 60 minutes early.
Yeah,
Lucky them.
that's if you have Disney Plus, which
Yeah, if you have Disney
is
Plus. How do you prove that though?
I have no idea.
Like open up your app and start a
I
movie?
I guess maybe show you like I'm trying to remember like so I went the last time they had a Disney Plus day, and it was really, like at Disneyland. It's kind of cool, like the whole front area right after the gates, like carpeted in blue, the Disney
Yeah.
Plus blue, and then stuff. There's a lot of photo opportunities, like magic photo kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Like I did for some of them, I did have to. I think I just had to show my app, and I was logged in.
Oh, okay.
So you actually have to like prove you're logged in, so you can't just have the
Okay,
app.
so then I better log. Well, I'm not gonna get there 30 minutes early, so
Yeah, but like
never mind.
definitely if you're gonna go that day, have your app ready and logged in, because for some of the things, it's like you have to be a Disney Plus subscriber to
Yeah,
do. I know a lot of the photo opportunities you had to show that you were a photo Disney Plus person
gotcha.
subscriber. So, yeah, there was some cool stuff, like pictures of the Grogu and some of the. I can't remember who else was there, but
Yeah,
yeah, they're kind of fun and spread out throughout the whole park.
yeah, that's gonna be cool. Um, who here saw the little clip with Pinocchio in it, like the actual character of Pinocchio from the live action version? And what did you all think of it? Or him, I
Uh,
should say. Because I thought he looked cute. A little thin, but cute.
I didn't see a clip. I saw like a screenshot of it.
Yeah, oh, did you? It was in like the promo for Disney Plus Day.
Oh,
And they had it's just like a tiny clip of him and then uh Tom Hanks's Geppetto like hugging him or something. And yeah, I'm so glad that they went that route with the classic design.
and not like is there another movie where he just like totally just wood and
Yeah,
looked all crazy? But
right,
if you're
exactly.
gonna go Disney, might as well go with the classic Disney look.
Ooh, Pinocchio is Andy approved.
Hey,
Yes, I agree. I like how similar he was to the animated version. So I'm all for it because that's the big thing I was worried about in this production. Um, but everything I've seen from it, I'm really like it. So I'm actually really looking forward to this live action version. And Tom Hanks, I mean, come on.
right?
All right, so let's move to the 2022 Disney Legends recipients that they do a ceremony at the D23 Expo every time they have one. And yeah, last year I wasn't able to go, which is a bummer because Ming Na went. I had actively been promoting her D23. Like I wrote D23 and said, you know, you need to make her a Disney legend. And the next thing I know, she was. It was me. It was because of me. But anyway, let's go through the list. So we have Anthony Anderson from Blackish, Kristen Bell from the Frozen movies and Zootopia, Chadwick Boseman is getting a posthumous
I am not ready
legend.
for that
Huh?
presentation. I am not ready for that presentation.
I'm not ready for that either. Black Panther. Uh, Robert Coltrane, who's an Imagineer who worked on Radiator Springs Racers and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. You got Patrick Dempsey from Enchanted and Grey's Anatomy. Robert Price Foster, who was uh, a vice president of real estate for the Florida Project. Jonathan Groff from Frozen. Don Hahn, who's pretty much produced everything. Um, Josh Gad from Frozen and Beauty and the Beast. Doris Hardoon, who's an Imagineer who worked in Hong Kong and Shanghai Disney. Adina Menzel from Frozen and Enchanted. Chris Montan, president of Walt Disney Music. Ellen Pompeo from Grey's Anatomy, and Tracy Ross from Blackish. So that's a good list. I think that Chadwick Boseman, though, I think is going to like really. That's going to hurt.
Yeah, definitely.
That's,
This is the first like there are two like full like three cast kind of like groups:
yeah,
Blackish,
Blackish,
Frozen, and Grey's Anatomy.
right?
Have they ever done that before? Where they're like, yeah, this
Well,
is
I know that they've done like Disney princesses. Like there was one year that it was Anika Nani Rose, and I think it was Paige O'Hara and Jodie Benson. They all got like a group. I mean, they all got their own thing, but I
right.
mean, they were all came up there as a group. Um, I don't know, but I can't remember if
Yeah,
can
I thought
think
that
of.
was interesting that they not on just one show or movie, but like
Mhm.
different ones. Are like, yeah, let's just do the cast.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting the way that they choose them, and who do they have. I'm curious if Steve Martin has a because he did like those Father. I just rewatched again those Father of the Bride um, movies that he did in the '90s, which I thought were I really enjoyed those. I miss like those movies from Touchstone in the '90s. Um, they
Which
did so many good movies back then.
Patrick Dempsey in a lot of them.
Yeah, Patrick Dempsey was in a lot of them. A lot of people don't realize how many Disney movies Patrick Dempsey was in. So I can see as a legend. Ellen Pompeo. I mean, she's only done Grey's Anatomy.
That's what
I mean, but I
I think
mean,
that's the one that I'm like, really?
yeah.
But it's Grey's Anatomy is going on its 19th year. So
Oh, Chrissy and Joseph said that. Yeah, that's right. The Golden Girls were a group that went up there,
that's
and
cool.
so yeah, pretty cool. It's a pretty cool. I mean, Frozen. I can you know, even though maybe like Jonathan Groff has only done
Frozen.
Frozen, but I mean the movie itself is legendary.
Right.
So
I mean,
that I can see.
that's everywhere.
And I guess I mean Grey's Anatomy is a. I mean that show has been on for 30 years or something.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to Lucasfilm news. There's some news that we missed because we had not been on the air for a while. Andor premiered. I mean, not premiered. The Andor premiere pushed. It's being pushed later, but will debut with 3 episodes. Usually, they either do 1 or 2, and Bad Batch season 2 is also pushed as well.
Yeah.
Um,
I want to say Andor should have premiered this week. Originally,
this week?
it was like it was the first when they first played the trailer at Celebration. It was August, so it was either
Yeah.
like today or tomorrow, whatever Wednesday,
Right.
or next week. But it should be like this week or next week. It was the original premiere date with 2 episodes.
I see.
But you know, it's to me, while it sucks that we have to wait another month, it's up against a couple other big title streamers, which is
Mhm.
the House of the Dragon, which is the Game of Thrones thing, and then also the Lord of the Rings show is also coming out like this week or next week. So I get that they kind of want to let those two battle it out for a little bit, and then Andor comes out.
Yeah. Andor is also going to be the first Disney Star Wars series on Disney Plus that will not be using the volume. And Rich, you want to tell people what the volume is for those who might not know?
No, I don't want to. Just kidding. So the volume, or like some people might refer to it as Stagecraft, is literally the new version of like green screen, where instead of going to location or building a whole set. It's literally a wall of high definition screens that they can project whatever location or thing they want, and it's programmed so that when the camera moves, it it shifts so that it does look like it's an actual location.
Mhm.
And like with Mandalorian, it was praised because like, oh my god, it looks amazing. And then like some people complained about it with Obi-Wan, and I'm starting to see some limitations show up, and I think it's because it's just a new technology and people just need to know how to use it correctly, and when appropriate. But like in the age of like the last 2-3 years with COVID, is the safest for most
Yeah.
productions, right? It's controlled environment, and things like that. But and then people are pit shows against each other, which whatever. But
See, I never I didn't even notice any differences. Like like when you're saying about Obi-Wan, like I didn't even know. But I'm like oblivious to some of these things.
which is good. If you don't, then cool.
Yeah.
And I don't really like. I notice it, but I'm not like, oh, this is terrible. But uh, I'm a lot more forgiving than some people. Some people are just way too critical. But like Tony Gilroy doing like sets and locations and stuff. That's just his jam.
Yeah.
So it's not belittling one over the other, but when he said like no, there's no stagecraft or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You were able to do it where other people were not. Who knows? Maybe a lot of money went to that, building stages and sets in different locations, and the other shows didn't have as much.
Right.
So, I think there's gonna be like moving forward. There's gonna be a good balance between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, and Lawrence Kasdan said that he would return to Star Wars for a solo sequel, and also Light and Magic is out on Disney Plus. It's a great documentary, so definitely check that out.
Did you watch it?
I have not yet, but I have not watched it at Disney Plus, but I have seen it before.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's a Lawrence Kasdan, Ron Howard documentary,
Mm-hmm.
that highlights really it does go through up to the sequel or the prequels and a little bit of the prequels, but like it's mostly focused on the really early days of industrial light and magic,
Mm-hmm.
and the innovations they did, and it really focuses more on the people than um, the technicalities of it all, because there's a lot of documentaries already that go through what Industrial Light and Magic did.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a repeat of all that. It's more of the stories behind the technological advancements that happened at that place.
Yeah.
So if you're, a big behind the scenes junkie, it's a really well made documentary, and it's worth a watch. It's like 6 episodes. So, yeah.
Maybe I haven't seen it. Yeah,
I would have said like, when you would have watched it? Because
I know.
it's not old. They premiered a clip at Celebration.
I was there. No, just kidding. Yeah, maybe I'm thinking something else. So, because I didn't, what I was thinking of was like a documentary movie, but
no.
you're saying it's a series. So
It's
now
a
I got
6
to check this
episode
out.
series. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lawrence Kasdan, obviously promoting it, had said that he will return to Star Wars for a solo sequel. Doesn't mean that's gonna happen.
I hope that they do one though. I like because there's so many unanswered questions, like especially around Kira and Red. What is it? Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn. I mean,
Yeah.
like, her story gets fleshed out in comics,
Yeah.
but I would still like a proper sequel with
Yeah,
Damon
exactly.
Aldrich and Jonas again as Chewbacca, and you can't just throw out Darth Maul and not
Yeah,
follow
they
it
can't.
up.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, that's all well and good if they have her adventures in the comics, but for those who don't read the comics, they're all. It's like this hanging thing. What is she doing?
Yeah, and like there is a big time difference between the end of Solo and where her story picks up in the comics. Like this
Huh.
is, I think the comics pick up post A New Hope,
Hmm.
so there's still a chunk of time that they can do a sequel with Amelia Clark as Kira in it and Ray Park
Right.
as Maul before stuff happens to him as well.
Yeah.
That if you watch Rebels, you know what happens to him.
Yeah.
One thing we did miss also is Amandla Stenberg is cast in the lead of the Acolyte.
Oh, yes.
She, if like the only place I really knew her is that she played Rue in Hunger Games, the first movie,
Oh, okay.
years and years ago. And
Yeah.
she's done the rounds because she has another movie out. But like with anything Star Wars, she can't talk about anything.
Right.
But the Acolyte takes place roughly, I think, 100 years before the prequels, so it's still kind of early. It's like the tail end of the High Republic era. So it's
Wow.
a whole era of Star Wars we really haven't explored. So I'm
Yeah.
excited
I
to see
can't wait
it.
until we see more stories outside of the saga timeline.
Yeah, I mean, like there's stuff I didn't put on here because they're rumors, but there's a whole bunch of rumored copyright, like name copyrights that Lucasfilm has made that sound
Mhm.
Star Warsy,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Not until I hear like definitive something. Like I'm sure there's going to be at D23 a Marvel Lucasfilm panel, so I'm not
Mhm.
expecting a lot because it's both at the same time, and it's only in like an hour, so I don't expect it to be like a lot of stuff. But like I'm sure we're going to hear a little bit more about Phase 6, and
Mhm.
then some whatever Star Wars is what's going on with the movies, what's next. But I don't think it's gonna be any like big reveals.
Right. Okay, so Star Wars Visions, uh, Volume 2 is going to move past anime or expand past anime. I think it will still include anime, but will also. Um, bye, Karen. Thanks for coming
Thanks
by.
for stopping by.
Yeah. Uh, so it'll still include the anime, right? From what I
Yeah, it's gonna have anime, but then it's gonna explore other like because anime is very
anime.
associated with Japan,
Yeah.
right? And they're moving towards also incorporating animation styles from other regions. So it'll
Yeah.
be interesting to see who they get, what stories happen, if they're going to continue any of the storylines from the first set. Like there's a couple of them that almost beg to
Right.
have sequels, but some of them are just one-offs. And as Visions, I think is a really good introduction to anime, and like it's all of its different kind of genres and styles.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see where they go with Visions Volume 2, and what regions and stuff they'll explore. And what they do is they almost give carte blanche to the creators to make a Star Wars story. Doesn't necessarily have to be canon, doesn't necessarily have to adhere to all of the rules of Star Wars. Like if you saw the first
That's what I loved about
episode,
the
it's like totally not like it's not a Star Wars that we know, but it's like it takes.
it like takes the kind of universe, like it's just like things
Yeah,
that happen could happen in the universe that have no connection to anything we've seen.
yeah, and some of them, like one of them is like a crazy. The brother and sister, the twins one is a crazy
Yeah.
thing that happened. Like
And
that
then the
would
one
not
with the
not
band,
happen. But yeah, the music one. So it's
that was fun.
yeah, like I'm not a fan of all of them, but there's some ones I am a fan of, and which is what I think it sets out to do is just to present you with a bunch of animated short films by different creators and who just made their version of Star Wars.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched it, I would highly recommend you check it out.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Seth, have you seen it? I'm just curious. I don't know if you're still here, but all right. So now we have a new section called 20th Century slash ABC slash Hulu. This is kind of like the beyond the gates for us. And Ally McBeal, there is a sequel in the works at ABC, and I think it is going to center around another character. Callista Flockhart is set to produce, but whether she returns or not, she wants to see a script. So she will decide after she sees scripts.
Interesting.
Probably wants to see what her character is doing and things like that. So I do hope that she at least makes some cameos. That would be
Yeah, nice. I think she's a character like Calista Flockhart is someone I missed when Supergirl moved production locations because I really liked her character on that show, Supergirl. Yeah. But she didn't want to move to Vancouver, so
yeah, I know. Beth says Ally McBeal has one of the worst finales of all time, and that she's still mad about it. I can't remember what the finale was. Oh my god! Now I got to look it
up. Yeah, like there's not a lot of series that I'm like that was a good finale. Most of the time it's like, all right, whatever. But like, there's a couple where I'm like, this is terrible. I don't remember what. Yeah, I can't even remember when Ally McBeal was that 90s, early 90s, late 90s.
Yeah, it was like 90. I can't remember. Sometime in the 90s.
Yeah. So I don't remember what the ending of it was.
Right.
But I wonder if like all the talk of Miss Marvel, or not Miss Marvel, She-Hulk is like the Ally McBeal of the Marvel world.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we just make them? What's going on with Ally McBeal?
Right.
Yeah.
Early 2000s? Really?
Was it really?
Wow.
I mean, that was 22 years ago.
I know, that's true. God. I just feel so old. All right. Well, Paul Rudd is joining season 3 of Only Murders in the Building. And I'm not going to spoil it.
Because I haven't.
But he does appear in the finale.
Son of a.
And that's all I'm just going to say. I won't say why, how, or why. But I was like, is that Paul Rudd? I go, no, Paul Rudd isn't this. And then I was like, wait, no, that is Paul Rudd. So, yes, I love me some Paul Rudd as well.
Yes, MASH. I did
MASH
like.
That's
a good finale. I mean, that was like a definitive finale. Like, it felt like the end. Right? Sometimes the end like doesn't do anything because they don't know how to end it. But like, at least MASH had a proper.
MASH had a good
almost
ending.
an iconic last shot.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, there are good ones, but most of the time I don't remember finales from most shows because I'm like, or
it doesn't matter why. All that matters is that he's there. I agree. I totally agree.
I mean, I'll watch Paul on anything. I need to find that one like Asian movie he filmed in Asia where he's like a cop.
Weird. What?
There was some interview he was giving, and he was talking about he filmed like this like Asian action movie overseas, and he plays like an American cop, but it's definitely like an Asian production.
Oh
And
God! Now I got to look this up.
yeah, and like I need to find it and watch it because it looks horrible, but also amazing.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Prey, which was the kind of prequel to Predator, had a record debut on Hulu. Did you watch it?
Not yet. I'm just trying to find because it's like a movie I can't just throw on. I have to watch it.
Yeah,
I'm busy. Have you seen it?
I did. I actually enjoyed it. I liked I guess it's pretty much an all Native American cast.
Yeah.
They had one guy who was like a colonist or whatever. I don't know what it was, but he was just a very minor role. The rest of them were all Native American, and I thought that was really cool. I liked it just because it wasn't quite the blood fest that I was imagining it to be. Like there was actual story going on there and character development. So yeah, I enjoyed it, even though it's a Predator film.
Yeah, like when I was a kid, Aliens, Predator, like those were my jam. Me and my friends were like love those movies.
I like the Aliens, but for some reason I just didn't get into Predator.
I mean, like Predator 2 is forgettable, and then like all the stuff that happened after the 80s were whatever. But yeah, I heard like a lot of good things about this one. That's why I when they first played the trailer, I was like, when you hear nowadays when you hear it's a prequel or something to Predator or Aliens, I'm like, I have no high hopes for anything because everything's been kind of crappy. But when I saw the trailer for this, I was like, oh, this is different.
Right, it is.
So I'm glad. I'm glad that it's. A lot of people are talking about it and people like it, though people are wondering why it wasn't released in theaters.
Yeah,
which,
there's always going to be a question.
Which, if you think about it, and you're like, "Hey, we're going to make a Predator prequel. Let's put it in the theaters." I'd be like, "Have you seen the other ones? Let's not put it in the theaters."
Yeah,
because nothing's been good. But hopefully, there's talks about like using other cultures and other things because of what predators are. But I don't know. We'll see. But yeah,
that would be cool if they did, like they were in ancient China.
Yeah, there's talk like that.
That would be really cool. I would definitely watch it. So, all right, Avatar is returning to the big screens on December 23rd in like 4D format.
September.
Correct?
I guess. I don't know.
Oh, Predators versus Samurai. Booge, you've come up with an idea that I want to see.
Yeah. But they just need to not exploit it and make it terrible.
Avatar?
No.
Predator, yeah.
Samurais and stuff. Avatar, I just feel like they're going for $3 billion now. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're probably going to try to.
They're like
make more money, and
they're like Marvel's re-releasing Spider-Man. Avatar. And then I'm like, you're on the same side, right? You're both.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny.
Yeah, so they removed it from Disney Plus. So the re-release, you can't watch it right now on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
But they did say that before the next movie comes out, it will return on Disney Plus. You can watch it before the sequels come out. So
yeah,
I mean, all right, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I actually, they probably should release it. I mean, there's like a whole generation that probably doesn't know it outside of going to Animal Kingdom. So it's I
Yeah.
think Avatar 2 is coming out in November, right?
Is that when it's coming out?
November or December?
If only there was a way to look it up.
If only we could find out. Um, yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely think that they're trying to
December.
remind people as well.
It comes out December 16th, 2022.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think Disney said that the Avatar will come back on Disney Plus sometime in December. So I'm guessing
Yeah.
the first week or something of December. But yeah, I don't know. I
Mm.
mean, when it came out, I liked it, but it's not a movie I revisit ever.
I watched it not too long ago, and I did enjoy it again. So I will. I'm looking forward to the new
I
Avatar,
mean, yeah,
like
uh,
that giant whale thing with that was a beautiful shot. I was like, oh
yeah. If anything, if things gonna look amazing because like James Cameron, like he's such a gifted filmmaker,
yeah,
but he doesn't do a lot. so,
right,
so every time he does something, it's like really well made, and
yeah.
it's like um, I'm curious to where they're going with it. That necessitates like 3 movies after it, like whatever.
I'm
Um,
curious to see how all these sequels are going to impact Pandora and Disney's Animal Kingdom. Like, will they change up Flight of Passage, or because they probably could just
yeah, if it's
switch
something
in
like
another
Star Tours, just film another.
right another film or whatever.
Yeah,
And yeah, so I'm curious to see how it will all impact each other. You
yeah,
know.
yeah. I mean, I'll watch them. So I'm just. It wasn't something I was like totally psyched for,
Mhm.
but the first one was cool enough.
Yeah. All right. So I put this in because this is our family movie. Oren Uziel, who wrote Free Guy, is going to write 20th Century Studios' Clue movie. Bam, bam, bam.
Which makes
Um,
sense because Free Guy, like Ryan Reynolds has been tied to this remake for
yes.
years.
Yes.
So it doesn't surprise me that the guy who wrote Free Guy is writing Clue.
I can't wait to see what they do. It's never going to be as good as the
No,
original
like
because
if anything, it's like definitely. I don't know if they said it's going to be a straight up remake where it's the same cast of characters. I'd
yeah,
rather. Well, I mean, I guess it has to be
the same
Becky
characters.
Plum, but not
Right.
like the same
Yeah, like there's not going
characters,
to be like a flames on the side of my face moment.
right? Like
Yeah,
Mrs. White is not the same Mrs. White, Mrs. Peacock
right.
is Mrs. Peacock, and all those kind of stuff. And otherwise, one we all know who did it. But
Yes.
yeah, I'm curious to see where they go with it, and I hope the magic and genius of Clue is that it's a straight movie where
Hmm.
they're not throwing. You know what I mean? It's like it's. I mean, they are throwing jokes at you, but it's like they're not force feeding it.
Right.
Like there's a very delicate balance where you go over the top and just shell out gags and jokes.
Hmm.
Um, in Clue, Ghostbusters, I think have a very good balance. Plus, look at the cast of Clue, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a legendary cast. So I don't even know how they're going to cast a new version of it.
Hmm.
You know, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
liked Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah, and I like Free Guy, so I'm looking
so
forward to
like
that.
it's a yeah. They were surprising movies
Yeah.
for what they were. Yeah. So I don't know. I am optimistic about it.
Me too.
So,
All right, and then we only have one piece of Marvel news, which is so crazy because I felt like we just kept coming out and coming out. But in a couple of weeks, we'll be getting much
I'm
more.
sure. Yeah, like we just came off of Comic-Con where they
Right.
blasted us with so much information.
Yes.
And you know they're letting like Ms. Marvel ended, She-Hulk started, so you know, and they have D23 to look for. So I'm pretty sure more news will come out of there.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, Spider-Man: No Way Home has returned to the theaters the 31st, and it's going to have an extended version. There's going to be, I think, 11 more minutes of film.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something like 11 more minutes.
Yeah.
And I know
this is not the deleted scenes. This is like new stuff.
Yeah. Oh, there's new stuff.
Yeah, so it's not like, oh, we threw in I can't remember,
like scenes that were deleted.
You know, like I don't remember if there's deleted scenes on the release already. You know, like, you know, here's some deleted scenes if you didn't put in the movie. If there was, it's not those.
Right.
So
yeah, this is beyond that. Yeah, so do you think you're going to go back to the theater to watch it?
First, we'll see.
I kind of want to watch it. I missed it.
But if I don't,
such a good movie.
I hope then that they do release it on Disney Plus at some point or somewhere on digital somewhere that I can watch it. Because I don't know how long it's going to be in theaters, but September seems to be very busy. So I don't know. Like, it depends on how long it's in theaters, I guess.
Yeah.
It was those first 2 weeks, then I don't know. Because like the week after the first week is D23, so I won't be able to go that weekend. And I don't think I could go next week either, which is the first weekend. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. That is all of our news. Thank you to everybody who joined us today. We really appreciate it, and for all the participation in the chat. You have anything else you want to talk about, Richard?
No.
Okay. No, I just wanted to check. All right. Well, with that, if you enjoyed yourself and you haven't already, we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and do like this post, as it really does help us out. And with that, I say, see you later. Bye.
Yep. Catch you on the flip side. And once again, I forgot how to do this. So here we go. Bye. Thank you.